We're running late.
We're live. Oh, yay.
Yeah.
We're certain values of life because the weather changed and I'm not sleeping anyway. Damn.
Yeah.
So, if you would like to keep the heater running, because, it's Texas,
Until this afternoon when we'll need the air conditioner.
got to keep the heater and or air conditioner or both running, donate here.
Whatever the hell the weather is doing.
Right.
Texas is drunk.
If you like coffee, and these days we really like coffee, King Harv's Imperial Coffees at www.kingharv.com. If you order from them, especially if you order one of the Blanket Fort blends or a Geisha blend, be sure you let them know that you heard about it from us. You need to phone. Among these tees, if you need a snarky t-shirt, he's got a snarky t-shirt. If you order from him, be sure you let him know you heard about it from us.
It's morning, afternoon, whatever the hell it is.
One of them things.
Yeah. If you're listening to this later, it takes 24 hours for the chat to kick in. So just a heads up. First of all, for those of you that know Ben Yallo, he came through his surgery well.
Mm-hmm.
He's as old and broke as the rest of us. So,
Shoulders, because a lot of people don't know. So.
Huh?
Tell them it's the shoulder because a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, the rotator cuff issue, bursitis, and a couple other minor, quote unquote, minor problems.
They don't feel minor when you got them.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So, Joel talking about the Ayatollah Jr. What he's talking about is Khamenei's baby boy. This is fun. May or may not have actually been elected to the position of Supreme Grand Leader before the Council of Experts had an oopsie.
Yeah.
The only issue here is the Council of Experts has been issuing edicts for decades against an inherited leadership. They're in power. They're in power because of the elected Shah, or not elected, inherited throne of the Shahs. And they've got this real big thing about we will not have inherited power, which is why Khamenei was not related to Khomeini. When Khomeini died, Khomeini's boys didn't get it. Khamenei did.
Yeah.
Well, they came out and said they didn't want Khamenei's son having it. Well, the IRGC, since nobody's heard from the Council of Experts since midway through their count when everything suddenly exploded.
Yeah.
The IRGC made the announcement that Khamenei Jr., baby boy, had been elected. May or may not be the case. The Council of Experts would not have elected him. But the IRGC is panicking. And they're thinking that the Khamenei name will provide stability.
Yeah.
Some of the major problems here with baby boy is everybody knows why Khomeini and Khamenei wore the black turbans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Black turbans are worn by those who are directly descended from Muhammad. So they are alleged direct descendants of Muhammad. Well, Khamenei Jr. has been in London multiple times under assumed names because, he needed treatment because there was no lead in his pencil. He had some major impotence issues. Now, whether those are because he's got a medical problem or the fact he's just gay, irrelevant. The fact that there were at least 2 agencies I know of tracking his happy ass as soon as he left Iran to go to London. At least 2 agencies know what he's being treated for, and one of them has the files.
Yeah.
If not both.
So his medical files got released. I would also like to give kudos to Mossad because the mullahs bought a very nice traffic camera system from a European manufacturer. Very good with facial recognition and all that. They installed in Tehran, only they weren't tracking traffic, they were tracking women who might not be wearing the Anyway,
The Versace, in other words.
yeah, the Basij were and the IRGC were using it to track women that weren't properly veiled. It got hacked, and their very nice facial recognition software was used to track Khamenei's bodyguards. After he got geeked, apparently somebody in Tel Aviv or Langley clicked a button and deleted the database of women.
Yeah.
Well done, guys. Well done.
I'm just surprised that the Mossad didn't own that manufacturer's set equipment.
Maybe one of those things like, somebody in Tel Aviv, damn it, we should have, damn.
Yeah.
But apparently bought a German
German or French? I don't
or
remember
French,
which.
traffic. But they went through, and after they got done, they just deleted the database of non-compliant women.
In other news, a couple of Iranian Navy assets that thought they were safe are no longer safe.
More subs have been added to the Iranian Navy fleet.
The sub that did the shoot did an excellent job, and hopefully they get a combat patrol out of it. As earlier mentioned in the chat, talking about the broom from the mast, that was called a clean sweep. That meant the boat had done their mission. Yeah, they became subs with screen doors. Yes. The boat that did the firing is the first live war shot by a U.S. boat since World War II.
Yep.
There has been a boat sunk by a torpedo other than for Syncax, and that was in the Falklands, and that was the British boat that sunk the Belgrano. So it's not the first ever since World War II. It's the second.
I will tell you something. It is a first. That sub, whichever it is, I don't know and don't care, is the second vessel in the United States to have sunk a second active vessel in the United States Navy to have sunk a boat in combat.
Okay.
Constitution was the only one that had sunk a boat. All the others had not sunk anything since World War II. They've all been phased out.
That's an interesting.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'll have to think about that. And for everybody screaming about how it's an act of war. No shit.
Yeah,
Act
we're
of
at war.
But get yourself a globe.
Yeah.
Plot the spot where the Iranian warship was sunk, and then totally separately, plot a great circle route from Iran and the hell's that? Those islands.
Which ones?
Anyway, it was parked on a great circle route from Allied bases on islands.
Diego Garcia.
Thank you. Diego Garcia, great circle route from Diego Garcia to Iran. There's a reason it went down, guys.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, illegal war crime. Whatever.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I
Uh-oh.
open things with your name on it.
Oh, crap.
It doesn't feel like it's going to explode.
Is it ticking?
It's not ticking.
It's not an illegal war crime the first time.
Yeah.
Well, I don't smell almonds.
Yeah, and RK is correct, along with Rick. Iran actually declared war 47 years ago.
Remembering that taking over an embassy is casus belli.
Yep.
They invaded and took over an embassy, which is considered sovereign soil. As soon as they did that, that is an act of war. It's casus belli.
No, no, Kermit. They just popped them.
It's Liz.
Okay, what do we get this
We got another. We got one of the foxes with multiple personalities.
time?
It's multiple personality fox. You got happy fox. Iran's getting bombed. You have unhappy fox. Should have happened in the 90s.
Yep.
No, it should have happened in the 70s.
I wasn't in service in the
I
70s.
was.
Yeah, so was I. Yeah, some of us know that second look. The UN is doing their hissy fit thing, which is fine. Let them go do it.
And in other news, it's a Tuesday or a Thursday.
Yeah. However, there is one thing that, and I'm going to dump this one to Ian to answer after I say it.
Uh-oh.
We have had another Shia Muslim imam put a fatwa on the Navy
Oh, Navy. Kobe was me.
and Americans, period, anywhere in the world, and anything American
I don't
anywhere
want
in
to
the world.
share a fatwa. What the hell?
Get in line.
Especially when it's diluted that far out. I want them coming after me personally, so I get a shot.
Well,
I miss having fatwas.
you got to understand, and I'll let Ian explain this in more depth. A fatwa issued by a mullah or an imam, especially to the faithful, is something that they must comply with. So it's not an option. Hey, Mike. Yeah, Mike, read between the lines.
A fatwa is a proclamation, and everybody assumes fatwas are bad. They're not all bad. It's a declaration. It's a directive to do something, to do good, to do bad, and they can only be issued by religious scholars, or religious scholar leaders. You get a lot of folks that aren't actually capable of issuing a fatwa that do, but they're issued by religious leaders for the purpose of directing the faithful to do something. If there's a fatwa out there, and if you as observant Muslim do not abide by the fatwa, you are screwing up by the numbers. If the fatwa is to celebrate Ramadan a day early, you have to. If you don't, you're going to hell. If the fatwa is that there's a small town cop blogger in West Texas that's saying bad things and he should be wiped out, then any observant Muslim that saw said small town blogger was supposed to whatever. And it doesn't come from any, it's one person. No, it's any Muslim religious leader. And I've had multiple fatwas.
Yeah. The thing with the Muslim religion is if you don't, you're considered apostate,
You're going to hell. You are,
which
because
then makes you a target
Yeah.
for your own people.
well, it's a fatwa coming from the lips of a religious leader or is assumed to have come from the lips of Muhammad or God himself.
Yeah.
And if you're not following what God is telling you, then you're going to hell.
Yes, RK, it counts even if you follow a different leader.
Yes, correct.
It is considered
Well,
to be.
For the most part, yes. There are occasional. The Sufis don't necessarily follow some of the edicts from the Shia mullahs. What they'll do is they'll find one of their own leaders and go, well, that.
Yeah.
If you think the Jewish religious discussions get in depth, you ought to hear a whole
Yeah.
bunch of mullahs going at it.
Especially when they're different sects. Yeah. Kildare had a fatwa that was separate from John Ringo.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was interesting.
They issued a fatwa against the fictional person.
Yes.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
you do all the time. It's for the most part, fatwas are actually more symbolic than anything else. They say they did something.
Yeah.
They show up in heaven. I tried to strike down that that apostate law dog.
Yeah.
Well, not apostate, heretic. No, just general.
No,
all-around bad guy.
you're a heretic just like I am, since we don't believe,
Probably.
even if we have actually read the Quran and know what it says.
Not going there.
Yeah.
Actually, the last one was right after I met Rita.
Infidel. Yeah. That worked
Oh,
too,
we're
Dan.
definitely infidels. Well, but a pagan. I'm actually a pagan, and therefore, woo. My last fatwa was right after I met Rita, and I was talking about a fatwa that I had already gotten, and I thought it was kind of weak sauce. So I said, if you want to do a fatwa, let's do a fatwa. And I wrote this gorgeous little post about hijacking a C-130, hiring a couple of Gurkhas, and to heave pig carcasses off the back deck while doing a low pass over Mecca.
Yeah.
With me hitched in and screaming, "That's how you do a fatwa!" with a kitten in a leather in high heels and a leather trench coat. And oh my God, I got video of one guy losing his poo.
Yeah.
Oh, I got video. Somebody sent me video of a guy of a imam. I'm not sure where. They never told me where. Absolutely losing his poo. Oh, he was pissed at me. Oh, he was pissed.
You get 10 fatwas, do you get a free rack of ribs?
Hey, just out of curiosity, wouldn't it have been better to have explosives inside one of those pigs for an
No.
air detonation and spread
No.
the glory over the entire?
Dawn raises a good point. They do get into such debates
Yeah.
as to whether or not an asthma inhaler is technically breaking a fast.
I remember a bunch of debates when I was in Abu Dhabi about whether drinking water during the day at 140-degree temperatures was breaking the fast, and which was an idiot friggin' debate because it had already been settled 20 years previously that yes, you could drink water during a 140-degree day if you're working outside. But yep, the morons had to come up with another debate about it because they don't have enough time.
Yeah, Jesse, must infidels commit infidelity? Oh, Jesse, really?
Ouch. No, I'm not a person of the book, and thus I am doubly damned.
Yeah.
There are no the protections the Quran give to people of the book, i.e.,
Christians and Jews.
Christians, Jews, and I believe fire cultists. I
Yeah.
can't pronounce that word.
Zoroastrians.
Fire cultists. They actually get some protections. Heathens do not. You're welcome.
Oh, I had not heard that, Dan. They're literally stopping British soccer games so Muslim players can break their fast. Well, yeah, that is Britain today. You're right.
I do notice
Okay.
that the two Islamic republics of Great Britain and France have not yet joined into, or have like joined into the striking Iran.
No, they have not. Neither has Spain.
Spain got spanked.
They got spanked,
Not sure.
supposedly redacted it.
Mm.
And then the defense minister said, oh, no, that's not what we said. So they're back on the shit list.
Don't care.
But
Spain's been irrelevant for a long time.
yeah,
Lovely place. Love their coastal cities. Madrid's great. Barcelona's better. But as far as world politics, Spain's irrelevant.
yeah, Kurds are starting to move in from the north.
Woo! That's going to
So that's going to make
That's
things interesting.
not the move I would have chosen. It's a decent move. It's
Yeah.
not the move I would have chosen.
Yep, but they want their
They
land
want
back.
Kurdistan.
Yeah.
They want to create Kurdistan.
Yep.
The problem is I'm not sure the Kurds are great at target selection, and the people in the actual citizens in Iran don't need to get thumped.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure the Kurds have their target selections all discreet.
Yeah, RK, they're called Peshmerga.
Peshmerga.
You do not want to piss them off.
Oh no, they're good.
Hell, you don't want to piss off any woman. I don't care who she is, where she is, or what she is.
I believe
Especially not if she's your wife.
Yeah.
I believe that Rudyard Kipling wrote a poem about that.
Yeah.
A couple of poems about that actually. Deadlier Than Male and the one about Afghanistan's plains. Now the Kurds, I don't know that their target ID is that discreet, and the people in Iran, the citizens don't need to they don't need to get butchered.
No, but the Persians actually got along with the Kurdish.
Yeah, but I don't think the Kurdish these days know the difference between IRGC and between the IRGC and your average Persian on the street that all wants to be free.
Yeah, Spain really, yeah. Robert, I think you're right. Has been basically irrelevant since Manila Bay.
Kirk
They
Krappen
were,
is not a fan of the Kurds.
they were relevant back in the 1700s.
Mhm.
Well, Tom Kratman is not a fan of a lot of different entities.
I'm not a big fan of Kurds either.
Yeah.
I don't hate them. I don't trust them. I trust Berbers a lot more than I trust Kurds. That ought to tell you something.
Yeah.
You trust Berbers?
I do. More than I trust Kurds. Doesn't necessarily mean I trust them all the way. I trust them more than I trust Kurds. Kurds, we've screwed the Kurds over so many times, and they do have long memories.
Yeah.
And they've been hunted like animals by the IRGC. So I said they're itching for payback, and I'm not sure. I think I want to get rid of the mullahs. The mullahs have to go. I would like for the mullahs to go in such a way that the average street goer in Tehran feels a great deal of thankfulness to the U.S. And I'd rather not set up for sectarian civil war in 10 years, because we'll have to go right back.
Well, it's what's going to happen is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
in 10 years, I don't think Tehran's going to be there because the water is going to be the death knell of Tehran.
Tehran's already dying.
Yeah, and it is dying. They're going to have to move the capital, and the city of Tehran will, I believe, cease to exist in 10 years.
It'll be a regional. It'll drop down to what the excellent water supply can support, and it'll be a regional.
I think it'll be a village.
Yeah, about 5,000 people.
No, less than that.
You think so?
Yeah.
The last study I saw said there was actually excellent water that would support a city of 5,000.
Okay, the report that I put up in my post today, I think, says less than that.
Could be.
Because, and this is generic across Iran, they have destroyed the base of the water.
The Qanat system that supplied Iran for millennia
Yeah,
got absolutely raked over the coals by the idiots. Bearing in mind, the majority of mullahs, majority of IRGC are not Persians. They're imported Arabs.
and they do not understand hydrology.
Nope.
The people that understood the hydrology that had been in place for centuries were kicked to the side. The Muslims came in and built dams, which then disrupted the hydrology. Rivers that have flowed for literally thousands of years are dry.
The
And-
Qanats that have supplied water to entire regions for thousands of years
Are gone.
got bulldozed.
So what has happened is the water that they got diverted to their nuclear plants.
Or things glorifying whatever the hell needs to be
Yeah.
glorified.
I mean, why do you need a friggin' fountain?
That's Everybody know why there's so many fountains in Rome and Tehran and other older capitals?
It used to be a public source of drinking water.
Yes, but that was not the primary.
It's cooling.
Yes, but not the primary. Primary was when you're bringing water from up here to down here, the fountains bled off energy.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons.
If you just run that straight, Fountains bled off residual energy from aqueducts and aqueducts. That's when you go 30 miles, 1 mile in elevation over a 30-mile stretch, you build up a lot of energy. It's got to go somewhere, either into your pipes or into the air as a fountain, or multiple fountains in Rome's case.
Yeah, they also did it because the humidity was so low.
Yeah.
And if you've ever actually been in the desert, humidity is down around 2 or 3%.
And you parch quickly.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. You cannot drink enough water.
As far as the quantets go, everybody knows what no, you don't. I'm sorry. Okay, quantet is the ancient Persians found where the water table came up pretty close at the base of hills, and they would dig a tunnel from that where the water table. And that tunnel would go 30, 50, 100 miles, dropping an inch every mile, just enough to let water flow. Absolute marvels of engineering. They really are. But because they were built by pagans because the Persians liked beauty, they had statues where the quantets came out. Those goat molesting idiots crushed them because they destroyed them because
Because they're goat molesting idiots.
Because it was beauty.
it wasn't theirs.
Yeah.
The exact same reason why the Taliban blew up the Buddhists or the Buddha statues. Same reason they destroyed some of the quantets, because it is from before Islam. This is haram. Boom.
Yeah.
The hell.
And Rick is absolutely correct. 5,000 foot of drop is 2,500 PSI. That's a lot of pressure.
Should get some high fountains out of that.
When you've got 30 fountains, it spreads out. It's a pressure relief valve.
But at the same time, one of the things about it is that you have to remember with people that are talking to us, they're from all over the country. And people from Texas understand water rights. People from Texas understand the scarcity of water in certain parts.
Yeah.
People from Ohio do not understand any of this. You got to save water because it's a precious resource that there's not. Because in Ohio, the question is more getting rid of water than it is getting water.
Ohio doesn't even have water rights.
No, because there's so much.
Yeah.
That is so odd to me.
Yeah.
The thought of not having water rights is.
Well, think about this. If you have a cistern, you put in a cistern, your cistern will more than handle with the rain you get, will more than supply your household needs for water, to include washing the cars and dishes and laundry and
Woo!
I mean, seriously, it's just water is if you get water trucked in from the river, you pay for it. What you're paying is basically a haulage fee.
Yeah.
You know, if your cistern goes dry for some reason,
Yeah.
like you get a crack at it.
Speaking
Water,
of,
water there is so quantets and water rights. People from Ohio just really can't wrap their minds around. It doesn't relate to anything they understand.
Yeah.
And I picked Ohio because I'm most familiar with it. The same is true in Indiana. The same is true in Kentucky. The same.
well,
is,
most East Coast.
I don't know about the coast, but most of what used to be the Northwest frontier.
Yeah.
All the way down into the Alabama, all the way down to Florida.
In countries from the Maghreb or the Arabian Peninsula, where big deserts, from cultures, it is a mortal sin to deny water to anybody, even your worst mortal enemy. If he needs water, you give him water. So that's what I grew up in. Is the water is
Precious.
it is.
Yeah.
And the simple fact that those friggin' idiots that are from the Arabian Peninsula destroyed quantets just because somebody else made them boggles my mind. It really does. They're from the Arabian Peninsula. They know how scarce water is.
It's
How
not
precious it is.
invented here writ large.
Well, it's also the fact, and Rick brought it up earlier, human images are haram to
Yeah.
the Muslims. I mean, think about the
Yeah.
drama Muhammad and what happened with all of that.
We should
Hey.
draw my Hammett some more.
AKA hunting over bait in Texas.
Yeah. Yeah, there are places, and Bermuda is one of them. Bermuda's an island.
Mhm.
It has no water.
No.
The only water they get is rainfall. So they depend on cisterns. And if you see pictures of Bermuda from the air, all you see are white roofs.
They haven't got a reverse osmosis yet.
Well, they do now, thanks to the Navy. As we left, we gave them ours. But those white roofs and the cisterns are all white because they are covered with limestone so that it leaches the water as much as possible. And water rationing has been a thing for so long in Bermuda that it's literally ingrained into every person there. Now, a friend of ours, Alma, loves to say that water is for fighting, whiskey is for drinking. And that's true in Texas, Colorado, Arizona, etc.
In the south, in
California.
the southwest.
Yeah.
And for this, I'll include California and Southwest.
Yeah.
For the Southwest, Southwesterners understand how precious water is.
But like I said, stuff west of the Alleghenies.
Yeah.
Nobody understands water problems.
Yeah.
Because they get to real
Well,
problems.
nobody living on the Mississippi watershed really.
I don't know what it's like in the plains up the Great Missouri or whatever. But if you're east of the Mississippi and
Well, the Mississippi's got such a huge water table that I don't know how far out the water table extends.
Don't get me to lying.
Miles and miles.
Yeah.
A water table. And you can just drill down and hit water.
anywhere.
You drill it sooner or later, you're going to hit water, and it won't take long.
One thing
That's not the case here.
One thing that's actually a problem in most of the eastern part of the United States is if you want to put a basement in,
You can't.
you have to drill first and find out whether or not you can.
Most places you can't because the water table's 3 feet down.
A friend of ours on here, Rita and I and John has stayed with them a couple of summers, and we were talking about in the backyard. He's actually got a stream running under his backyard.
Yeah.
And that is so mind-blowing to me.
Yeah.
Most of the places I've lived on have had a creek in them.
Yeah.
I mean, that just, or if it's not in them, within rock throwing distance of them.
Yeah. That's in the hill country where it's a limestone plateau. A lot of places that should have creeks don't because of the mesquite and the friggin' salt cedar.
Yeah. We've beat that one to death before.
Oh yeah.
Well, there used to be a stream there where we lived in Germantown,
Mhm.
or outside of Germantown, actually. It was called Twin Creek. Twin Creek, as opposed to the Red River, Twin Creek was a popular place for boating and such.
Yeah.
I've seen the Red River, and I'm not sure you can put a boat in the water even during high tide.
Depends where on the Red River you are.
Certainly not in mostly Oklahoma.
The Red River is a good place to get your ankles muddy.
Yeah.
Yes. Jasmine Crockett is out. Who's the? Hey, Tom, just talking about the stream under your backyard.
Yeah.
Jasmine Crockett's out, and what's his name with the cane that's been thrown out of two
Green,
Al Green?
he's not out. He's in a runoff.
He's out.
Yeah.
That's good. And then what's his nuts out in West Texas? Primaried Brandon Herrera is now in a runoff.
Yeah.
Hoping Brandon
And
gets
Crenshaw is out.
Crenshaw's out.
Yeah.
How about Cronin?
Cronin's in a runoff.
runoff. There are a lot of runoffs. in
And
Texas.
the, no Sharia law passed by, I believe, 89% for.
Yeah.
Now, this is Texas. We got to do things a little weird.
Yeah.
On the Republican primary, there were a section of things that the voters would like the Republican legislature to discuss. One of those was banning Sharia law in Texas. And about 90% of the Republican electorate said ban that shit. I'm going to be perfectly honest. There are two suggestions on the ballot that I voted for, and 10 years ago I wouldn't have touched them.
Yeah.
One of them was banning Sharia law. 10 years ago, I would have told you that what two people agree to, their arbitration is their business as long as it's consensual. These days, I am of the mind that a lot of times Sharia law is not consensual. So get rid of it.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, it's never been consensual. You know that as well as
well, it is for the guy, but for the woman, for the
Yeah.
wife, for the
It's
husband, yeah.
Well, there's
So-
also the fact that they don't want Sharia law just for Muslims.
Yeah.
They want it for everybody else as
Yeah.
well.
And the other one was they asked the Republican voters about allowing Democrats to head up committees when the Republicans own the majority. 10 years ago, I would have said yes. I've been watching the Democrats
Yeah.
tear up, act the fool, and tear up State of Union addresses.
Yeah.
Act the fool at State of Unions. No, they don't deserve. Give me 10 years of proving you could act like an adult.
Yeah.
And not act the fool, and I'll consider allowing you to be back to lead committees. No, Republicans have the legislature until those ass weasels can start acting like adults. No, you don't get to head up a committee.
Now, what we need to get next on the ballot, the national ballot, is whether or not the Democrat Party ought to be outlawed.
No, I don't necessarily go that far, but Timu McCain is out. But those were two that 10 years ago, I would have said, hell no. Sharia law, it would only applied legally and does only apply to administrative actions. Arbitrations. If you want, you can choose, if you're in Texas and you want to go to arbitration or something, say divorce, you can choose a Catholic or a Jewish or Sharia to handle the arbitration on your divorce. Again, I don't think these days that it's particularly on the woman's side, the wife's side, that it's consensual. So no, you're done. You're done.
But my big objection to Sharia law is they want everybody to have to live by it.
Yeah.
Not just them, but everybody else as
Yeah.
well.
Well,
Get rid of your dogs, no pork, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
my objection is
They want to be the judges too.
They've been walking into stores in Austin saying you have to sell all halal or we're going to shut down your
Yeah.
business.
get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
In Austin, they can probably get away with it considering what Austin
I-
is.
The way things are swinging back.
Yeah.
The pendulum has done swung. I think it's headed back the other way, and it's gonna get interesting. Has everybody seen the video of? There's a gentleman, and he seems to be. Honestly, I would say he's probably a vet. He is fit. He's got a bit of a dad bod, but he's fit. He's wearing a baseball cap. He's got arm sleeves, tattoos, both arms.
Yeah.
And a neatly trimmed beard. He looks like a GWAT vet. He's standing in front of a women's restroom, his arms folded. And there is
A guy with a beard and a kilt.
a beard and a mini skirt. And his hair in rainbow colors is losing his poo. I gotta go to the bathroom. And the gentleman with his arm folded said, not while my daughter's in there.
Yep.
And then he finally, the gentleman in the miniskirt and the beard, literally a beard and a miniskirt. I gotta go to the bathroom. Not when my daughter's in there. Rushes the guy, and the cops, wham, miniskirt goes down. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Dan put up that only 5% of the Democrats from the 1980s would recognize Democrats today. A friend of mine was a dyed-in-the-wool Blue Dog Democrat. He's 81 years old. He was a Democrat for 70 years. He is now a independent/Republican.
Well, I will say that when I was a kid, a Democrat was John F. Kennedy was considered the epitome of Democrats.
Yep.
John F. Kennedy, it would be so far right wing today.
Well, the only Reagan era Democrat we got left is Fetterman. Yeah. Fetterman is an old school Democrat, and God bless him for it. I have said some bad things about Fetterman. I officially and publicly apologize for some of the names I've called him, because he's actually acting like a Reagan Democrat. He's principled. I have raked him over the coals for his attire while in session.
Yeah.
The sweatshirts and the sneakers. I have raked his ass over the coals for that. I hereby and wholeheartedly apologize. He's actually he seems to be a decent legislator.
Yep.
As opposed to what we know of some of the Republicans.
Yes.
Just
Things are going to be interesting this year. Tom said earlier, Kentucky has got a midterm or pre-midterm primaries coming up in a couple of months. And it's getting ugly up there too.
I bet it is.
Yes, Gonzalez finally admitted that he had an affair.
What?
Yeah.
Who?
The Republican Congress critter from here in Texas.
Admitted everybody knew he had an affair.
Oh, yeah, I know. But he
Oh.
finally admitted it. He didn't try to Bill Clinton his way out of it.
Well, give him that.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, John. I'm old enough to remember that. They would say the Democrats were either liberal or conservative, and Republicans as well were liberal or conservative. But that was the days when Chip O'Neill and just drew a blank on the Republican at the time.
Well, they could talk to each other and fight and still be friends when they were done.
Yeah,
yeah. They would fight all day in Congress and then go out at night and eat and drink together.
Well, remember what was Reagan quote, the loyal opposition, and he
Yeah.
wasn't being sarcastic.
Well, the Blue Dog Democrats that used to exist.
Yellow dog.
Those were some Blue Dogs. Blue Dogs were anything for defense.
Yeah.
And everything else was strictly liberal.
Yeah.
I miss the days, and I realized that it was a very actual narrow span of history where our elected officials acted like adults. Yeah, and John says it's been a while. Yeah, I miss those days. I admit I've had some fun with the fact that in the last 20 years there's been a fist fight on the floor of the Texas legislature.
Yeah.
Okay, and not only was there a fist fight, but there was a choir, there was a barbershop quartet in another corner. But I would like this schoolyard bullshit we're seeing is getting tiresome. Al Green making an ass out of himself at the State of the Union address
Every time.
in the last 2 years. Nancy Pelosi dramatically tearing, what? I didn't mean to do that, she said later. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Dramatically tearing the speech. The squad sitting there looking like I don't know what the hell they look like. They just
Harpies.
Harpies is too grand for those assholes.
JC says the Iranian naval vessel IRINS Bushehr, the 442, has chosen to intern itself in a neutral port in Trichinopoly Harbor in Sri Lanka. Smart boys.
Smart.
Yep.
I wonder whether the captain is still alive.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll guarantee you Cap's still alive. Because remember, there's the IRGC and then there's the actual military. And the IRGC, that everybody knows the sole purpose for the primary purpose of the IRGC is to make sure that the Iranian military doesn't get ideas.
Yeah.
Their entire major stake in life is
Control of the military.
massacring anybody in the military that thinks about a coup d'etat.
Yeah.
Um.
No, that's what the mullahs are really afraid of.
Oh yeah, with good reason.
I'm just saying that I have a feeling that the sentiment on ship was really in favor of turning themselves in a neutral port.
Oh yeah.
If the captain didn't want to go along, he might not survive.
Yeah.
Hold this anchor, Captain.
Yeah.
No, I'm just.
It's only mutiny if you get caught.
Yeah.
I understand to the current generation what the antics, and there's no better word for it than antics, that the junior members of Congress, the squad, are up to is daring and cool. And for those of us in Gen X, it's not.
For those of us who preceded Gen X,
Yeah.
it's not.
No, it's tiresome. It's juvenile and tiresome, and not what I want to see in my elected officials.
Yeah.
So no, I voted to deny Democrats leadership positions on committees. And until they decide to grow up and act like adults, I will continue to deny them leadership positions.
I don't think they'll grow up in my lifetime anyway.
No.
I don't think the Republicans will grow up in our lifetime.
Yeah. Yeah, Rick, that is true. Officers ask the crew to do things. A ship can go to sea with an empty wardroom and has in the past.
Interesting news just posted. Kristi Noem has been moved to special envoy for the Shield of America's initiative. More or less, she got promoted out into the stuff, and Mark Mullins is now taking over.
Oh, Mark Wayne Mullins.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
yeah. They
Maybe-
thought they were having fun with her.
He's
Wait till
now head of DHS.
he's been nominated for DHS.
Oh boy. This can go rodeo.
I was like, God damn. So she's actually moving into the Hemisphere Initiative stuff.
Yeah.
Everyone's going, oh, she's out. I'm like, no, she just got promoted. So
Oh, that is perfect.
yeah, so every single day. I mean, you can't get any rest because of the news.
What I keep wondering is,
In 3 days, they're going to be wishing they had Christie back.
Yep.
Well, he still has to get through stuff, the Senate, but oh my God, that's going to be cool.
Yeah.
what I'm wondering is, when is people that Trump's will begin going to get rid of safe transportation safety theater?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Depends on, quite honestly, a lot of this depends on how much the average voter out there feels that it's comforting. Because I've seen a poll that there's majority of soccer mommies like TSA.
That's because they don't fly.
I understand. John Ringo for DHS secretary.
Tom.
No, John Ringo, I'd like to see him head of DOJ.
I would like to see Tom Rognaby as head of DHS.
For that matter, I wouldn't mind seeing the new SecDef be Kratman.
Oh,
No. Crammond's got a list.
Kratman would make a great SecDef for about 6 months.
Yeah, 3 months.
I do love the smackdowns at press conferences these
Yeah.
days. SecWar, Hegseth gave a press conference, and he said that this is not going to be a forever war. I've lived through them. We're not, and this president understands we're not going to do a forever war. And the very first question was some bimbet asking, "Are you afraid this is going to become a forever war?"
Yeah.
And he said, "Did you listen to my presentation?"
Well, Levitt yesterday with
That little
CNN.
that little sweetheart brings the hammer.
Oh man, her and CNN yesterday was like,
Was it? I didn't.
she was like, she's like, seriously, stop lying, and people
Yeah.
don't pay any attention to me, and your ratings prove it. And goddamn, she just took it to task.
Yeah.
That kid she's brewing is bringing out Mama Bear.
And the View got slapped down yesterday.
Not not hard enough.
No, but
Who slapped him down?
the conservative that's back on the show now,
They
because
brought a conservative?
Yeah.
Oh wow. They
she
must be
showed
desperate.
pictures before and after of Iranian women and said, "Why do you not support Iranian women? This
Because-
is what's happening."
Because Orange Man bad.
And the expression on Whoopi Goldberg's face, and she literally had nothing to say. She did, I.
I can understand not liking Trump. I can understand hating Trump. There's stuff about Trump to hate.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
That's
Somebody,
Vic. Thank you.
somebody needs to take away the keys to his social media.
Yeah.
Don't like it.
I don't care about his social media. I don't like Trump and haven't liked Trump since the 70s.
But
He's doing a decent job as president.
He's
Better
not-
than that average.
he's not the worst president we've ever had.
Yeah.
He's not the best. He damn sure ain't the worst president we've ever had.
He's not the worst president we've had in the last 2 decades.
I
So-
remember exit interviews when Clinton got elected,
Oh God.
reelected. And people were asked, "What do you think of Clinton?" And people flat said, "I don't like him. I don't like him personally." Well, why did you elect him? Well, I think he's doing an okay job.
You don't have to like him.
You don't have to like people. And you have to understand too, that Trump, when it comes down to it, is a New York gumball.
Yeah.
He is going to be out there loud and proud. And you have to look at what he's doing behind the scenes, not what he's saying.
Don't listen to what he says. Watch what he does.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that bothers me about Trump are the number of people that are forever Trump and Trump's the greatest thing since
Yeah.
sliced bread.
Obama had those too.
Yeah.
Every president has them.
But the thing I keep thinking about is when I was a young man, we elected a jumped up actor to office, and very much a ham actor, and he became the great Republican saint by the time he was out of office.
Ronaldus Magnus, as somebody once said.
I never could understand. I mean, he wasn't horrible, but he also wasn't that great.
Well, he stopped the
He-
Cold War.
He stopped the Cold War dead.
You can say what you want.
He did stop the Cold War.
He stopped the Cold War.
Yeah.
And I served under Reagan. I served
I
under
did too.
Carter.
I served in Reagan.
I
Didn't serve in
I
Carter.
did as well.
I also remember what Carter did to us.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't there for Carter. I was overseas for Carter. So
Well,
Well, I remember us not going to get paid.
I remember Carter did a tour of Europe.
Yeah.
And one thing at every base is someone got randomly selected to meet the president. The number of people who turned the honor down,
Oh yeah.
once they found out from me that you could turn the honor down,
Yeah.
was astronomical. Because I don't know how many it was, but I know they had to go through at least 20 or 30 troops to find people that were willing to meet him.
Yeah.
Not willing to be nice to him or to whatever, willing to meet him.
I was overseas. I was
Well,
growing up.
I
overseas.
remember because the military runs on October to October, 1 October. 79 and 80 both.
Yeah.
We were defueling airplanes on the ramp to put fuel back into the fuel pits so that we could say we had fuel. And at 0001 on 1 October, those same fuel trucks came right back out of the fuel pits
And popped it back into the planes.
and pumped it back into the airplane. But I remember us taking We went from 33,000 pounds, which was a standard ramp load, down to 8,000. Every airplane on the ramp. And literally an hour later, we were doing the other thing. We literally did not know if we were going to get paid. And people were already calling, and the Navy Relief Society already had people sitting on bases waiting to do counseling. And they had already been calling mortgage companies, banks, and rental agencies, and basically giving them promissory notes. If the troops don't get paid tomorrow, we will give you a promissory note to cover this month's rent or this month's payment or whatever. Thankfully, it didn't come to that.
I was teenager.
Yeah.
Overseas where I was happy.
There were people that were active duty that were talking about, well, you know, they're not going to pay us.
Yeah.
We don't go to work.
I was a teenager overseas where I was happy. And when Carter got elected, things started going.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how fast people overseas spot a weak leader. And where we were Americans and we were safe. That held over the first couple of years of Carter's term in office. By the third, it was getting hazardous to be an American.
Yeah.
And then the Tehran embassy issue popped up, which he completely and totally flubbed. And my father's company yanked us out and sent me back to the States where I didn't understand. And when Reagan got back in, when Reagan was elected, the damage to be done, there was no way that my father was going back overseas. I hold that against Carter. I do.
Yeah.
Not only did he create the Islamic Republic of Iran, he did. That was his sole creation.
Yeah.
He created it.
And destroyed America's face in the Middle East and Africa.
He destroyed. Being an American overseas was safe. It was safe until Carter. Then it slowly became not safe anymore. Then he created the Islamic Republic of Iran, which killed or wounded tens of thousands of Americans.
Yep.
That's his creation. That is on him. Creating the Islamic Republic's on him. And
I had forgotten about the fact we had to go buy our own toilet paper. Yeah.
And
that was one thing. And I didn't realize, Rick, that they ran y'all out of hydrogen peroxide. Submariners, anybody that with a nuclear power plant has to have hydrogen peroxide to do part of their testing. When you can't get that,
you have to go to CVS.
You're going to go out and buy it on the street. You know, that literally is how bad it got.
And then his ideological offspring, Clinton, wasn't any better.
Clinton was never supposed to be president.
Reagan was getting set up to take care of Iran and got smacked down hard.
Jim Baker. That's why.
Yeah. I'm not going there.
Anyway, books coming out.
Monster Hunter Files Volume 2.
Yeah, it's out.
It is out.
It's a good read. You should go get it.
If it hasn't been mentioned, the third book of Cedar's Tanager's trilogy is out.
Tanager's Ship,
Tanager's Fleet, I think it
is.
Tanager's
Fleet, yes. And that's an interesting read.
Well, Cedar's a hell of an author. Her Tanager series is really good. You should.
She's my favorite author in all the world.
Sure. Yes, John Van Stra's got one coming out as soon as he gets a cover.
Yeah.
Hang on. Jim, what have you got?
I'm still working on mine.
So this is the cowboy story, right?
I'm working on both of them. RimWorld and the Bell Chronicles.
Well, if you said you were working on the cowboy story, then you've got to be working on the RimWorld story.
Yes.
So
I bounce back and forth between the two.
So they're coming out next month?
No.
Nick Nethery's Peace Child, the first book in a stunning new series, Nick, is out.
Is
Oh.
it? Because I did not see it yesterday.
Peace Child should be up. Should be.
All right, I'll go check again.
According to this, it's out.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm
Interesting because it's not showing up on Amazon.
Peace Child available. Yeah, it's available. Better be on Amazon unless me and Amazon about to have another heart to heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not Peach Child, it's Peace Child. We've got the homework for the next Weird Warfare, Weird West. We got another Weird anthology coming up, and the homework for that should be out. The hell is that? Oh, my bad. Should be it. I think that's it.
All right. In that case, have a good weekend, folks. We've wasted another hour of your time.
Go watch more mullahs getting converted to pink mist.
Weird War 2. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. 3.
3. 2, 3, 4.
The weird. It's the next one in Weird Warfare.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the thing going on over in Iran.
Yeah.
That ain't weird at all. That's perfectly logical.
Yeah. Anyway, folks, have a good weekend. The dry line is pumping up out here in our part of the world. Dallas was flooding yesterday, and we're supposed to get severe rain this afternoon, thunderstorms, etc. So,
And we were supposed to get that yesterday and never showed up.
it tried. Thankfully, it was east of us. So remember, folks, don't sweat the petty stuff. Don't pet the sweaty stuff. And we'll see you next week.
Y'all be safe.
Bye-bye.